All right. We're back again. Our first recording failed. I'm talking right now with Sean Walters, aka my brother. Sean is the guinea pig of Sustainable Life Fitness. I challenged Sean on May 1st, 2015 to lose 87 pounds. You started off, back then you were at 286 pounds, so we wanted to get you under 200 pounds. So 199 or below, that would be 87 pounds in 8 months. So that was May 1st. Today is August 2nd. So you're a little over 3 months into the challenge so far. And your most recent weigh-in on Friday was at 265, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So do the math, right? You're down
21 pounds.
21 pounds. We posted your before and after pics from June 24th on the website, and I posted it quick on Facebook, and it got a lot of good response, a lot of encouragement from some of your Facebook friends. So before we get into kind of the details about what you've been doing, how are you feeling about it so far in terms of your confidence to reach that goal by January 1st, 2016?
Well, we had the old interview. A little nervous about it. Like I said, I think I started it out at 3.5 going into it, just because I've done a lot of startups and stops with exercise programs, with diets and so on. Just like any other average American, you get really into it, then you lose interest. You get really into it, lose interest. But I'm probably at right now 4 to a 4.25
out of 5.
Out of 5.
So you have a lot of confidence moving forward, even though you've had some setbacks.
Yep. I think, I've been doing a little bit of research and reading other people's success stories, because, that always gives you good frame of mind and point of view and kind of motivation, and shows that you can do it. And a lot of people, they lose that weight if you really stay dedicated in 6 months, 5 months, which is a pretty big lifestyle change and everything like that, but it's doable, and you just got to really push yourself.
So exactly. Little progress every day eventually goes a long way, and it accumulates. Give us a little bit of background and insight and an insider's look in terms of what you've been doing over these past 3 months to lose the weight. Tell me a little bit about your approach.
Well, in the beginning, it literally was pretty much diet at about, I'd say, I was at 1,900 calories a day, so fairly high when doing a diet. But my body needs a lot to burn, so still low enough to lose that 2 pounds per week type deal. And going to the gym once a day for a full week, and a light day usually on Friday. But then getting into it a little bit, I wasn't losing as much weight as I would like. So I kind of cut my calories down to about, I think I started going down to 1,650 or so. Yeah. And then with exercise, same amount. And then still wasn't seeing the results, and kind of falling behind on the whole progress thing for the bet and everything. So then I increased it to double workouts of incorporating insanity and going to the gym after, doing probably running about 3 miles at the gym and doing a lifting session. People think, that's too much work or anything, but if you have the drive and you're eating proper nutrition, you got a lot of energy throughout the day. And I cut my calories down to about 1,450 to 1,500 calories a day.
Okay. And before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit more about your diet and how you're tracking it and why you're setting that goal of 1,400. But we said, 87 pounds in 8 months, and to reach that goal, you had to maintain a pace of about a little less than 2.5 pounds per week, which, for all intents and purposes, is very attainable when you're starting at 286. Uh, for someone who's maybe a little bit leaner, it's more difficult, and that's not such a great goal. But yeah, 2.5 pounds was your original goal. You kind of fell behind, so now you're in a position where I believe at this point you're about roughly 10 pounds behind schedule. So you're kind of you need to make up some of that ground, right? And you need to so maybe aiming for 3.5 pounds per week or 4, which is a little bit more aggressive. But you talked about your calories, and so tell me a little bit about how you're tracking that. Are you writing everything down with a pen and paper? How are you reaching this goal of or this number of 1,400?
Well, being in a little more technologically advanced society, we always have our smartphones around us, and so the best thing I found out to use is probably MyFitnessPal. It's easy. Yeah. You can enter your weight, your height, the male or female aspect of it, and it tells you, if you want to lose 1 pound, 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, so on. Even if you want to gain weight, for those people who want to put on muscle or put on some weight, it tells you how many calories to eat to maintain or lose. And that's what I pretty much lose. All you gotta do is go into breakfast, click the barcode scanner, scan whatever you're eating, type in the servings, and boom, tracked. That's it.
Yeah.
Easy as
that. So it does all the math for you.
All the math.
Yeah. So. That's an excellent way. And a lot of people are critical of things of that nature because everything's based on estimates, right? It's estimating your daily caloric needs based on your age, size, height, weight, and all that. And even it's estimating some of the calorie content of a lot of food. But the point is, even though they're estimates, it's a very accurate, quick way. Like you said, it's on your mobile phone. You can take it anywhere with you. It saves everything. And even though it's estimates, if you start somewhere and you're either losing weight on track or you're not losing weight, then you can adjust from there and you can understand maybe how off or on these estimates are. So even though it's not perfect, I still believe in it as a very useful tool to lose weight. And I think you would agree, right? It's really helping you getting a good idea of what does it actually feel like to put yourself in a calorie deficit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can really understand where your calories are going, where you're getting the most calories from, where you're getting the least amount of calories from. So it really helps, when you're just kind of going out to dinner at a restaurant, and you can type in, usually they have the big chain restaurants and everything, and they'll have their foods in there because they all have, nutrition-based stuff online and everything. So you can check out, like, what's this plate of the steak and enchiladas cost, not cost, but how many calories is in that. And it's not going to be exactly because, it might say a cup of rice on the meal, but you might get a cup and a half or, half a cup. Like I said, it's all estimating, but it definitely gives you a good reference point of kind of what you're going to be eating, where you're going to get your calories from.
Yeah. So exactly, you know how to do it. So you know how to set a goal. You know how to log everything you're eating. You're working out sometimes once, sometimes twice a day. So those are all great things. When it comes to the times where you've had a setback or when you didn't reach your weekly goal, what barriers or what obstacles led to that, or what do you think? What happened during that week which led you not to lose that weight?
Probably just like what happens to anyone else. You're getting your little cheat funk. All of a sudden you say, I can have that little slice of pizza on Wednesday because I'll try burning it off at the gym. And you might think you might burn that slice of pizza off at the gym, but all of a sudden you don't burn that off, and then it kind of adds up, and then you might say you're underneath your calorie goals for that day, but in all honesty, you're probably not. And then probably having that cheat day twice a week, on Saturday and Friday type thing with going out and not putting 100% of a lifestyle change in, but definitely drastically changing from what it was. People say, well, I want to still live and everything. Well, you can still live, but, be cautious what you're doing. Don't, diet and exercise hard for at least 5 days. And even if you're going to do a cheat day on that Friday, still try to make it to the gym and everything, and at least it's not necessarily offsetting, but it's a lot better than not doing anything at all. So
yeah, maybe when we talked maybe a couple weeks ago, you had said that you weren't always being as strict with recording the things you ate and the things you drank on your cheat days.
yeah.
So ultimately, you didn't really know where you were or what kind of surplus you might have been creating.
Yeah, I mean, in the past 3 months that I've been doing this, I've known there's been days on my cheat days where I probably consume over 6,000 calories. Easy.
Wow, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, and it's easy, right? Yeah, like you said, that could happen in 1.5 meals.
Yeah.
One meal sometimes.
Yeah.
What you're eating. So yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize how quickly and easily you can eat 6,000 calories. But once you start logging everything and paying attention to it, you really get, because I personally use MyFitnessPal too, you get a sense of kind of what each item totals up to and how it really affects your calorie total for that day. And you eventually kind of get this feeling where you don't have to add everything, but you just you know where you are during the day based on what you eat. A lot of people typically consume the same meals, repeatedly over and over. So it's not like you have to enter a new item every time, right? You're repeating a lot of the meals, a lot of the items that you would typically eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what the nice thing about MyFitnessPal. It saves everything you log. So eventually you can just say, you don't have to scan it right away. So let's say you don't even have your phone for the day and you remember you had, a piece of chicken here and a cup of broccoli. You can go to your phone later, type in broccoli and what you previously scanned, as long as it's the same type of broccoli package and everything, it'll be in there for you. So you don't even have to worry about tracking it every single moment too.
It saves it in the history.
Yeah.
So you mentioned before that there was a little bit of a bet or incentive for you to try to complete this weight loss challenge. So at the beginning, we talked about this before at a previous interview, but I challenged you to lose the 87 pounds, and we put a little wager on it. Whereas if you lost the 87 pounds, so if you got under 200 pounds by January 1st, that I would pay for your plane ticket out to a winter snowboarding destination. However, if you didn't meet that goal, so if you still weighed 200 pounds or greater by January 1st, you would pay for my ticket. Is that still incentivizing you to lose weight?
Oh yeah, I think about it every day. It's kind of like like when I go weigh myself and I'm not, I might have lost a pound or lost a half a pound, which is, it's always good to always lose something. But if I don't, I know what I gotta lose to stay on track to lose the 87 pounds. And when I see I'm not there, I'm like, oh dang it, that's there goes like another like $10 out the window real quick. It's not the whole, it's not the whole pocket change of the bet, but it's definitely like, oh, there goes $5. Oh, there goes $20.
Yeah.
But that's in my back of my head every day. It's not as great of an incentive as my own personal goal and personal lifestyle choices that I want to make myself healthier, but it's definitely there as a substantial motivator.
Yeah, exactly. So you're motivated, you're confident that you're going to be able to meet the goal, but like we said, you're still a little bit behind the pace that you need to maintain to hit that goal. Looking forward, what are some of the things that you're going to do to try to make up for that lost progress?
Well, I think I'm going to start what we've been talking about, a slow carb diet, which is, a lot of veggies, a lot of chicken, fish. Mm-hmm. I don't know if red meat's on there, but
meat's allowed.
Lean meat, I'm guessing, kind of like the 93-7 kind of ratio for fat and everything. But I'm probably going to start that religiously. I'm going to probably cook up 10 chicken breasts tomorrow and have my meal prep and everything, and probably grab a bag of steamed vegetables for work and everything, and going to do still 2 workouts. Going I'm gonna be on my second month of insanity.
So you're doing 2 workouts per day.
2 workouts per day. I got a little behind because I did get that injury with the fishbone in the stomach, which we're gonna go into a little detail later about. But yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
I think I'm just gonna really work on it because we finished the first month of insanity. I'm gonna do the second month and still hit the gym hard and probably eliminate the second cheat day. Maybe even try working out on my cheat day that I'm going to have, and just really push myself. So.
Yeah, that's good. You need to make up that progress, and I think having 1 cheat day instead of 2 is going to be great. Plus, you mentioned the slow carb diet. I experimented with it myself. I really liked it. All the foods that are allowed on it, so to speak, are things that I would normally eat. If anyone's unfamiliar with the slow carb diet, they can check that out at sustainablelifefitness.com/Sean. There they can see your progress pictures, and we have a chart up there in terms of the weight that you've been losing and how that's going. Also, we've been posting some interviews that we had with you. People can read about the challenge that you're undergoing, and then also read about the tools that you're using. Like you said, MyFitnessPal, the slow carb diet, Insanity, and I'm also designing your weekly workouts, which I haven't been sharing yet. But all that's at sustainablelifefitness.com/Sean. Okay, so you mentioned a little bit about you're motivated by this bet that we have, but that motivation is not as great as your personal motivation. Talk a little bit more about that. Why do you want to lose 87 pounds?
Well, I mean, 87 pounds puts me under 200, and I think the last time I was 200 was probably 8th grade. I was probably like 210. Because I know on my driver's license, sophomore year, it said 270. So that would be probably 200 pounds in 8th grade or so.
And you're 23 right now.
I'm 23.
Right?
I'm 23. So
that was 10 years ago?
10 years, 13, 14. Yeah, so 10 years ago, about under 200 pounds. But at the same time, people say, accept what you are, accept everything like that. It's like, I don't think the human body is meant to be this big. We're not meant to be kind of these overly, I'm going to say I'm obese, whatever. It doesn't, it's kind of a weird word when you put it that way, saying I'm obese when you don't feel that way. You don't look at yourself that way, but you definitely see, well, I am big, and it's unhealthy. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's not like there's a healthy big person in that kind of sense. There's people who are more healthy than other big people, but there's definitely that a lot healthier like path you can lead and make yourself that fit person, or because your body is your temple, right? That's what leads you through life. You're gonna have to maintain that in order to maintain your livelihood and everything. So that's what I find most important too. You can't just treat your body like trash, because otherwise, what are you gonna do when I'm 40 and I can't walk or anything like that? Because I'm now 400 pounds because I just let myself keep eating and eating and eating. I mean, you gotta put a stop somewhere and kind of make a better life for yourself. So
yeah, I totally agree. And with 21 pounds down already, you're definitely on that path. You made some great progress already, so congratulations on that. 2 more things before we wrap up. One, I want to hear about the fishbone story again, because people need to hear about that. And then I want to wrap up with your advice to people like you who might be listening to this and feeling the same way. But let's talk about the fishbone first.
All right.
So tell me about it.
I'll set the
whole story.
I'll set the scene first. So it's July 25th. We're on Lake Winnebago in Wisconsin for my girlfriend's 22nd birthday. And we're down at a sandbar drinking with some buddies. And, of course, when you're a little intoxicated, gross things don't seem so gross after all. So someone found a dead fish in the water. probably about 10, 12 inches, so it's a fairly decent sized fish. It's not a small little bluegill or anything. And he decided to pick it up and throw it. Of course, when you throw it in the air, someone else has to throw it, and so on. So at the last throw, one of my buddies picks up the fish and chucks it at me, hits me in the stomach, and I kind of go, oh, because, you get hit with a fish. And it's disgusting, so like pushing everything away, and then also like the fish falls off, and like there's this like little white thing hanging over my stomach. I'm like, oh, what is that? And look at it and pull on it. I'm like, oh, that's in me. So I kind of thought it was like pricked in me. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna pull it out a little harder. And all of a sudden I pulled out like a good inch. And I'm like, oh, it's in me. I got stabbed with a fish. The bunch of barbs on it and everything. So it's pretty much like a fish hook with 20 barbs on it inside your skin. So it wasn't coming out easily. So we get back on the boat. We're like, I gotta go to the doctor, gotta go to the ER, run out of gas, have to swim to shore, and then ask people for gas to fill the boat up with gas. Get to the ER, and then they have to cut it out and everything. So it got one stitch, but it almost hit my intestine, so it went in pretty deep, and I couldn't then work out for a solid week because they said they didn't want me to rupture anything or get any infection or anything. So sweating was a big no-no.
Well, I'm glad that's over and you're healed and you're back and ready to work out again.
Yeah.
A lesson to anyone: if you're drinking on a sandbar, don't throw dead fish at people.
Yeah.
You never know what can happen.
Moral of the story.
Moral of the story. So let's wrap it up. Yeah, I mean, what would you say to someone like you in your shoes that is not yet made the progress you've made, but they're looking to do that? Or maybe someone that's not like you, but just looking to improve their life, to get fit, to make positive changes. What have you found to be effective so far? What would you say to them?
The first thing I'd say is probably find yourself a partner, whether that partner is fit, not fit, whether they're not even looking to do the same thing as you, but they're willing to go to the gym, willing to eat the same stuff as you, or anything like that, just to make it a little easier on yourself, because then there's a lot of accountability going back and forth. So that makes the journey a little easier. It's always nice to have people support you, so when you are not on your cheat day and someone sees you eating something, they can call you out, and you can be like, okay, you're right, I'm not going to eat it. But yeah, having good support, keeping your head up. Don't get worried if you gain 2 pounds. Life isn't a hair race. It's a turtle race. You're going to be going slow. Everything's always slow. You don't have to rush anything because you're creating a new lifestyle. You're not trying to just all of a sudden change everything all at once. You want to make sure you change that lifestyle slowly so you keep at it, and then it becomes a routine for you. And then probably lastly, just make sure you're having fun doing it. I mean, don't push yourself to the brink where it's like, I hate doing this. Like, I just want to stop. Make it fun. Make your workouts fun. Change your workouts up. Try different healthy foods. Try different meats. You never know what you might find. Different types of fish, different types of meat, different types of what else is there? Vegetables, fruits. There's a lot of crazy stuff out there. We live in a big world, so make sure to try different things. Nuts, there's a lot of stuff to try out there that you can really change your meals up so you don't get bored. If you find yourself repeating too much of the same thing, I could eat chicken and fish and vegetables all day. I wouldn't have to change a single thing, but I know that kind of deters people at times. And don't fall folly to the fake good carbs. Don't buy a bag of chips that say 50% less fat or anything like that. Just stay away from it. There's no point in eating it unless it's your cheat day. Whatever, go for it.
Junk food is junk food.
Yeah,
keep it where it deserves to be.
Chips, candy. There's no healthy thing. There's no healthy ice cream. There's no healthy chocolate. Frozen yogurt, still shit ton of calories. So just stay away from junk food. Don't do it.
Yeah.
It's a drug.
And alcohol.
Yeah.
Alcohol moderation.
Yeah, alcohol moderation.
Well, Sean, thanks a lot. I'm sure that's going to mean a lot to people who are searching for the truth, trying to make positive changes in their life. As an added incentive, since you didn't have the physical fishbone with you for this interview, we're going to post a picture of the fishbone and any other media that you might have pertaining to it. We'll post that on your page. So you can find that at Sustainable Life Fitness /Sean. You can click on Sean's progress, and we're going to have a high definition picture of that little sucker and all the barbed and serrations that you can see on it. Any final words?
No, just start doing it. Don't, like I said, don't wait till tomorrow what you can do today, because you got to start sometime. So, even if it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, right after dinner, you're like, you had a big dinner, grab that big bottle of water, grab some celery, just munch on it, and just start right there and then. I mean, it's never too late to start. Even if you're 50 years old, 60 years old, never too late to start.
Yeah, I totally agree. There's no time like the present. Well, thanks again, Sean, and I look forward to next time that we talk, you're down maybe another 10, maybe another 20 pounds, and you're getting closer to that goal. So thanks a lot, dude.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Peace.